All right, guys and gals, we're going to be in the kitchen again today. And I'm not sure what you would call what we're making, but I'll show you the ingredients that are going into it. And we'll go from there. All right, in our pan, we're melting some butter. And I'm going to add some olive oil here in just a moment. We've got about a quarter of a head of cabbage, 5 mini bell peppers, 3 red, 1 yellow, and 1 orange, a half of a white onion, a good teaspoon of minced garlic, fajita chicken, mushrooms, and our seasonings is going to be onion powder, red pepper flakes, parsley, onion powder, kosher salt, 1 bouillon cube, and a can of tomato sauce. Now this is the olive oil that I'm using. You use whatever you want. If you want to use extra virgin, that's fine. If you don't, whatever you want to use. If you don't want to use olive oil, use canola, grapeseed, avocado, anything that you like. It's your food. FYI, we've swapped over to the cast iron pan to cook in. We've got our onions, our bell peppers, and our garlic in the oil and the pan with the butter. We're going to saute them for just a little while. Let everything cook just a little bit. The upside of using a cast iron pan versus the non-stick is you don't have to really be that careful about the utensils that you use. As you can see, I'm using a metal spoon to stir my stuff up with. We want it on fairly high heat for a little while till we get everything going pretty good. I'll be back with you here in just a minute once this gets cooked down a bit. So as you can see, we've moved over to the big burner to get more even heat across the pan. And as I said, we're just sauteing these peppers and onions and garlic for just a little bit. You know, so we get some of the flavors released, get some of the water cooked out of it, even though we're cooking in oil and butter to combine these flavors. And if I had had a green bell pepper, I would have added it as well, just for the color. The taste, it doesn't really affect the taste. Now then, our red pepper flakes. A good sprinkling of those. The parsley will be the last thing that we put in. The next thing we put in will be the cabbage to let it cook down as well. I'll be right back when we go to put that in. Now then, we're going to add our cabbage into our pan. And at this point, we're going to we're going to add, even though I showed you kosher salt, we're going to add some salt to help break that cabbage down and pull some of those juices out. The cabbage is going to wilt down. We want to lower the heat because we don't want that garlic to burn. And that's fine. We can do this on low heat. I'll be back with you when it's wilted down. Now, as you can see, we've got our flames on low. If you can see under there, our flames are on low, giving this cabbage a chance to wilt down some, soften up, and we want the low heat to keep from scorching or burning the minced garlic. Burnt garlic is not very appetizing at all. So our cabbage is wilted down pretty good. Now then, we're going to add our chopped up mushrooms, and you can use whatever you want. I'm just happen to be using portobellos. We're going to add those in and mix. Now then, you'll hear other cooks tell you each time you do something, add something to your pan or whatever, re-season, which is true. Absolutely true. And that's what we're fixing to do. Well, now you saw we added salt to help with the breakdown of the cabbage. Now then, we've just added our mushrooms. Now then, even though we've got onion in it, garlic powder, even though we've got garlic in it, a good dose. And as I said, even though we have onion in it, we're adding onion powder, a good dose of it. Now your seasonings have no salt whatsoever, as far as I know, so you're not increasing the salt intake right yet. We're just adding more flavor. Now then, stir, get all that mixed in. Now the reason we put the red pepper flakes in earlier than what we did with the garlic powder and onion powder was to give those seeds a chance to open up and release some of their flavors into the dish, and to spread some of that heat, which red pepper flakes, depending on how much you use, is depending on how hot it's going to be, but it's only going to get to a certain level because it's only a certain type of pepper that goes into red pepper flakes. So that's what we've got going on right now. And we're going to add our cut up fajita chicken. If you don't want to put meat in it, you don't have to. You can go totally vegan on this. Even with the bouillon cube, you don't have to use chicken or beef. If you've got vegetable broth, use vegetable broth. When it's your food, you fix it your way. Now then, we're going to blend this together. That's all of our major ingredients except for the parsley, which we'll put in here in a minute. We've done put some salt, but we'll do a little bit of a taste after it gets done, or when it gets close to being done, to see where our salt level is, to see how much we need to add to it. So, parsley flakes. And this is totally optional. If you want to use it, that's fine. If you don't, you don't. As I said, when it's your food, you fix it your way. And stir. And what we're going to do also with this is we're going to add a small can of tomato sauce. Even though you don't need to, you can eat this just like it is. You don't have to do anything else to it. Eat it just like it is. But for me, I am going to add a can of tomato sauce. Now then, as you can see, we have Contadina tomato sauce, and we're just going to pour it in. Pour the whole can in. And what you want to do now is to make sure you get all that goodness out of that can. We're going to put some water in it, stir it, wish it around a little bit, and pour that in. I'll be right back. We've got our water in there, cleaning out our can. We're going to add that in. And stir. Remember, we're still on low heat because we're going to put a cap on this here in just a minute. And we're just going to let it simmer for a while. Give a chance for all that goodness to join together. Give that water time to evaporate out, kind of thicken down or thicken up. Now then, at this point in time, if you want to put a bouillon cube in, you can for extra flavor. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It'll be just fine either way. I think I'm going to skip it even though I got it out. I'll be right back. So remember what I said. This right here is the seasonings that we've put in it. Garlic powder, onion powder, salt, red pepper flakes, and parsley flakes. This is what we've got going on. Now then, we're going to get our lid and cover. And you see the little spout here on the side is going to allow steam to escape. And we're going to let this saute for a while, or just slow cook for a little while, and make sure all those flavors come together. When it's done, I'll show you the end result. See you in a bit. Now with these same ingredients, you could substitute pasta for the cabbage and keep some of the pasta water back. You want that starchy water when you add your tomato sauce. Add your water, your pasta water to it. That starch is going to help thicken the sauce up, and then just add your pasta in. If you would rather have that instead of the cabbage, make a pasta meal out of this, but as it is, that's not what I've done. So we're just allowing Mother Nature's science of evaporation to thicken this sauce up. It may not come out really, really thick, but we're not wanting it to be really, really thick. We're just wanting to get a layer of flavor from that sauce over all the veggies and the chicken. So I'll show you what it looks like here in just a few minutes. So this is what it looks like, and I did taste it. And we are going to definitely have to add some salt to it. Now, mind you, we're using kosher salt, which is coarse ground. It's not table salt. So that's probably about a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix that in. And you don't want to put too much, because then it becomes too salty. You can always add, but you can't take out once you put it in. So be mindful of that. And we'll stir this. And once you get your bowl out, and as you can see, I mean, this is my hand, and I have a pretty good sized hand. So this, what I've put together here is probably enough food to serve probably 5 or 6 people, at least, a good sized serving. So I'm going to pause it for just a minute. We're going to get a serving out. We're going to try it for you. Try not to make a mess. And we probably used about half a pound or 3/4 of a pound of chicken in this. Now, if you want to substitute chicken for beef, or beef for chicken, or whatever, more than, I mean, when it's your food, you fix it your way. We're going to go ahead and turn the heat off, put our lid back on, move over here our cleaning rag. I'll be right back. Now then, if you want to add some Parmesan cheese, which I think I will, now is the time to do that. Parmesan. Now then, let's get a spoonful and see what we got. Whether we need to add some more salt to it or not. And it'll be, we add salt to ours, not to the pan itself. There's our bite. Can definitely taste the red pepper flakes. Taste, not the heat. Can taste the cabbage, can taste the bell peppers. The tomato sauce is just right. May need to add a little more salt. Other people will probably have to add a lot more. For me, this is good. So, I hope y'all like it. Give it a shot. Get in the kitchen, try things out. You never know what you can do till you try. This is Wilson White, or on my TikTok channel, saying, get in the kitchen, make some food, enjoy yourself, have a good day.